Briar was born in Taverley, raised among druids who taught him to respect nature and live in harmony with all life. As a young man, however, he grew restless with the simple life, and against the guidance of his mentors, left the village in search of adventure. Relying on his skill as a hunter, Briar took what he needed from the wild without restraint. But one fateful night, deep within the shadowed woods of Mauritania, he encountered a mysterious druid, a figure veiled in both shadow and light, who could see the trail of lives Briar had left behind. The druid cursed Briar, forcing him to experience the pain of every creature he had slain, opening his eyes to the suffering he had caused. Racked with guilt, Briar returned to Taverley and swore a solemn vow to the druids. He would live in peace with the land, taking only what nature offered freely, and would never harm another innocent creature. But mere promises weren't enough. To prove his loyalty and devotion to the druids, and redeem his past actions, Briar was tasked with gathering a list of rare items from across the lands. Each item symbolized a virtue that he would need to embody to honor his oath. With nothing but his oath and his skills, Briar set forth as a hardcore Ironman on a quest for redemption. Every item he gathers brings him one step closer to absolution. His journey is not only a test of survival, but also a pilgrimage to cleanse his soul, hoping that once the final item is claimed, he will finally be free from the druid's curse and at peace with the spirits of the earth. Welcome to episode 0 of my hardcore Iron Man journey in old school Runescape. This isn't just any Iron Man adventure, this is the story of the druid, Briar. I had this idea a few weeks back, and well, the idea festered in my mind and I became obsessed with this idea. So while I make my way through Tutorial Island, allow me to explain what this account is. Most people in the RuneScape community know about region lock or skill lock or many of the other types of accounts that exist. However, one night I had an idea pop into my head to have ChatGPT design the framework for my new account. So over the last week or so, I've made this idea of mine into a legitimate challenge. I hopped on ChatGPT, I asked it for an idea, and for the next few days following ChatGPT, I came up with a set of rules. So this druid Briar here, he's a vegetarian hardcore Ironman, meaning he's sworn not to harm innocent animals or use anything derived from them. Obviously, for the Tutorial Island, we're going to have to do some fishing and cook up some shrimp, but other than Tutorial Island, he's going to be a complete vegetarian. So he relies solely on plant-based foods and what nature provides, so he's not allowed to eat meat, no fish, no hides from cows, nothing. Nothing from an innocent creature can be used on this account. The only combat experience he gains will be from enemies and from sources that align with his path of peace, making this journey one of constant strategy and careful resourcefulness. ChatGPT also implemented the idea of sustainable living, meaning Briar has to grow his own food, use the drops he gets from the creatures that he can slay, which means buying food from shops is not allowed. Another rule that has been put in place is that only trees that Briar plants he can cut down. Now, to prove his loyalty to the druids, Briar has been tasked with gathering a list of sacred items. Each item is a test, requiring Briar to show mastery over his skills while staying true to his promise. So in summary, here are the rules for this account. No killing, harming, or using any animal byproducts from innocent creatures, including cows, chickens, etc. The only trees that he can cut down are the ones that he plants. And since we're not harming any creatures, there is no fishing or hunting on this account. And there's no buying food from shops. The only food we can use are the food that we grow for our own, or we get as drops from creatures that we can slay. Now, the end goal of this account is to gather the 16 items that ChatGPT picks, which I'll talk more about at the beginning of the next episode. And remember, this is a hardcore mode. There's only one life, so any mistake could mean the end of his quest. Follow along as Briar faces the ultimate challenge, balancing survival, skill, and an unbreakable vow. Let's see if he has what it takes to complete his journey of redemption in a world filled with danger. Okay, so I've gone ahead and just skipped through the tutorial. As you can see, I am a hardcore Ironman, druid Briar, and yeah, we'll see you when the series starts on episode 1. I hope to see you guys around, and tune in. Please subscribe, like, and comment. Helps out a lot.